Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming to this channel. I really do appreciate. Again, this is Girls for STEM. This is where we encourage girls to pursue science and technology. This is where we showcase other role models that are pursuing STEM. And also, we are here to also show the girls the endeavors, the technology that's out there, type of careers that are out there. This is just to ensure that the girls can have a clear understanding of what is STEM, what can they do, and to be comfortable with STEM. Guys, remember, we have been showcasing role models for the past 2 weeks. And today I have an exciting role model, guys, Kutemba Kakoma, who just graduated. So, guys, before we say so many things, I just want to say thank you so much. If you are coming here for the first time, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and also put on that bell shape notification. Again, thank you so much. So, guys, let's bring her up right away so we can hear from her. Hi, Kutemba Kakoma. How are you? Thank you so much for coming. I'm so
Hi,
excited to have you. Oh my
I'm
God.
so excited as well. Hello, everybody.
Yes. So, congratulations for graduating. And of course, I would like to for you to introduce yourself, talk about what are some of the things that you have gone through. But we're gonna go it stage by stage. So, let me know.
Okay.
Introduce yourself and tell us what are you doing at the moment.
Okay. So my name is Kutemba Kakoma. I'm a recent computer science graduate from the
Yes.
University of Zambia, and currently a software developer at Dawa Health.
Yes.
It's one of the private companies that we have here in Zambia. So that's what I'm doing currently.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Guys, she is in STEM and she just graduated. Congratulations again. So you just graduated your bachelor's. Can you share with us a little bit?
Yes, I just graduated with a Bachelor of Computer Science. I majored in software engineering. Yeah, and
Yes.
I was doing it from the University of Zambia, just here in Zambia in Africa. Yes.
Wow. Wow. You know what? Few women are in STEM. And for you to make it to this stage, it's
Mm.
amazing. And it's such an encouragement to, girls that are growing up, women who are already in STEM, those that are looking up to us to see what women are doing. So thank you so much and congratulations. So, Kutembo, we want to know more about your STEM story if you can share with my viewers. So
Okay.
I'm going to take you back when you were little. Let's go back when you were maybe about 5 years old. What's going on there? Are your parents talking about STEM, or do you have a relative who's in STEM, maybe neighbor? So the reason I always ask all my guests that come here is to understand and also let other parents kids understand how do these engineers, especially women, finally make it to become engineers. So what's going on when you're young by that time?
Okay. Let me share a little more about where I come from. So I
Yes.
come from this from this rural town. Yeah, that's Western Province. It's called Lupulu. Yeah.
Yes.
So growing up, unfortunately, I never really had any idea of what I wanted to be, because I had dreams like of dreams of wanting to become a journalist. I wanted to become a singer at one particular point. So I grew up in this setup whereby I yeah, so funny, right? So growing up, I had no career guidance. All I knew was go to school, do my math. Okay, I was good at math. I was good at physics. Okay, at the sciences, I was good at that. Yes. So, but I liked something, and that thing was career guidance. So
Yes.
as I proceeded to junior high school, um, I discovered something.
Yes.
It's like, yes, I discovered to say I was good at physics, and my father was good at it as well. So I started participating in JETs by then. So I was always on the JET team, going outside the district to participate in that. And I was always like the best performing pupil at my school and whatnot. But then I still had I still didn't have this roadmap to say, okay, probably I'm going to do this.
Yes.
By the time I went to second to high school, yeah, to senior secondary, yes. I still did the same thing, where you just okay, that say okay, upper math is my thing, physics is my thing, science is my thing. But what am I going to do? Everybody
Yes.
else around me wanted me to do medicine. Yes, they always told me to say, okay, with this, with your performance at school, with your grades, you can probably just do medicine because that's what is going to suit you. So
Yes.
2015, I was done with my high school, my secondary, yeah, my secondary education. I applied at the University of Zambia in the School of Natural Sciences, non-quota. Yeah. And then as I went there to do medicine, yes, I wanted to become a medical doctor.
Yes.
Fortunately, something else happened. So in my second semester, I met this friend of mine who
Yes.
introduced me to okay, there was a robotics um, boot camp that was happening at that particular time. So he invited me to say, okay, I want you to to attend something. Yeah. So that's how I attended that boot camp. And it was so nice. I loved everything that I saw, us programming for the robots that we normally see on our roads, controlling traffic and whatnot. I got
Yes.
so interested in everything. So I had to ask around now, okay, so what can I do? Like, what program can I do for me to end up doing stuff like this? So I was
Yes.
taught to say, no, here you can do computer science and whatnot. So that's how I changed now my mind to say, okay, I'm no longer going to do medicine, but rather I'm going to do computer science. And that's how I got into computer science. I majored into computer science. Yes. My mother was so shocked when I called her. And I was like, oh, mom, I'm no longer doing medicine. I think I'm going for computer science. And she asked me, are you really sure that's what you want? I was like, yes, I'm sure. Gladly,
Yes.
she's been one woman who supports every decision. As long as I'm okay with it, she supports
Yes.
everything that I do. So she supported me, yes, and that's how I got into computer science. Yes, and that's
Wow.
how I
Wow.
started
That's so interesting.
the tech journey. Mm,
So you really didn't start it
yes.
when you were young. When you were little, um, did you have any relatives that are scientists or engineers or something like that?
No, I don't have any relative, and the good part is that I'm probably the first person. I mean, say the first person, yes, in my family to even reach that level of going to university. Yes,
Yes.
so that's the thing. It's like I'm the one who had to break the odds, that record of going to uni in my family and whatnot. So
Yes.
I didn't have, yes, and we still don't have anybody who maybe is into STEM or anything apart
Wow.
from me,
You
yes,
know
at
what?
the moment.
That's really encouraging because some people think, when they don't even, especially students or young people, they don't even want to venture into, because they're thinking, in our family nobody can do this, because people think it, for
Mm,
us to go and pursue engineering, then we have to be so smart, and that smartness, I think it has to be singing, so everybody can know that they can pursue this career. But it's not about that. And I don't know who said
mm,
everybody has to be smart, they have to be getting, like, it's so hard to even go and get those A's. So and that normally starts when kids are young, what they are
mm.
taught when they are growing up. So it's interesting also to find that you're the first generation that's pursuing STEM. And wow, congratulations again. So people have to
Thank
know
you.
that anyone can pursue STEM. And as you have just mentioned, you never saw anyone. And this gesture of trying to be in STEM, so it started when you're already in secondary school or at uni.
Okay, since medicine is still in STEM, I can say it started when I was still at secondary school. Yes, just that I just changed the path a little bit, but yes, that's it.
Yes.
And one thing is that you don't have to be smart for you to be in STEM. I always tell my people to say you can do anything you tell your mind, anything you just believe in, anything you tell your mind to say, okay, I can do this, and you just put your mind to it, you set your mind to it. Believe me, you can do it. You don't have to be smart. Yes. So you just need to
Hey,
tell yourself to say, okay, I can do this. Yes.
yes,
You
yes.
can do it
And
scared. You can do it with doubt, but you can do it.
wow, wow. That's really, really true. And I was actually talking to one of the girls last week. I was telling them, I sent a note for you. I was telling them that, you know, most kids, all you have to do, even students, all you have to do is go and start swimming in that mathematics, enter into that program. Once
Mm.
you are, especially you're already at the university, if you are in the program, it means you are able to do anything. There is nothing that you cannot do. So all you have to do is familiarize yourself, go into that program, and start looking for resources. It's not that, when you enter into a program, for example, in math or science or chemistry, physics, that the first time the professor is going to talk about something, straight away you get it. It didn't happen like that for me. I had to push through to understand, and later on, after some time, you start getting these things that the professor is teaching. So I really do understand. Wow, that was really interesting. So
Yeah.
what were some of the challenges that you faced when you are now when you decided that you want to be in STEM? What are some of the challenges as a woman that you went through at that time?
Some of the challenges that I faced and that I'm still facing is this
Yes.
question of this feeling of, am I really enough for this? Do I need to be here? It's like you constantly feel as if you don't have what it takes to be here. There's always that thing where you feel like, okay, I don't belong here, I don't fit in. Probably there's somebody who can do this much better than I do. So it's always there. It's always there. Apart from that, I've I've faced this challenge of trying to constantly prove myself to people to say, okay, I can do this as well. It's like people won't always believe you, and then you try by all means to show to them, say, okay, I also can do this. So you're trying to constantly prove yourself to them to say, okay, I also have the skills to do this. I can do this. So I think those are some of the challenges that I definitely face, and also sometimes, not sometimes. I remember I think one of the challenge also when I was still in uni was some things are hard. Okay, truth be told, being in STEM is really hard. Like
Yes.
some probably some subjects or some courses were pretty hard. So it took a lot of me showing up, me trying to like to use YouTube and everything for me to just get that concept. So over and over and over again. And then at first I used to be scared to ask from those who already knew. So now one day I was like, okay, if at all I'll just be scared of asking, trying to find out, I'll never get the thing, I'll never get the concept. Let me try to look out to the next person, to ask the next person, and let they know better. Probably they can like make me understand, and I can probably become better than them. So those are some of the challenges that I used to face. Yes.
Wow. And
Mm.
Kutemba, you are right. Myself too, I stumbled. I really stumbled. Sometimes I was like, what was I thinking? That thought came through. What was I thinking? I thought, I haven't even, for me especially, I didn't see anyone who looked like me, especially here in United States. Anyone who looked like me, who I could see in front of me, who I could maybe even see that they are working in the profession that I'm trying to pursue, right? I never saw anyone. So I was so scared. It's unbelievable. I was just going for it. I enjoyed the sciences and the engineering that we were
Mm.
doing. And of course, they talk about how lucrative it is
Mm.
and all these things. So, okay, when I finish, this is going to happen. But it traumatized me. And that's why we are here to show the other girls, students, young people that even if you don't see anyone pursuing the career, this career we are here to share that even we go through some of the hurdles and things like that, it's a career that you're going to be blessed when you finish. And that's very true. How about in terms of men and women? What other challenges? For example, I'll give an example. For me, it was very hard, for example, if times I always share this, when it's time to make teams, when the professor says, "Oh, make teams," and then you are the only girl. I'm not sure how many girls you've been through your classes, and then the boys will team up themselves and they are talking, and then you have to talk louder for them to hear you, things like that. So, and that also continues when you start working. You also have to prove to the team that you can do these
Yes.
things as a woman. It's
Mm,
very, very difficult. But nowadays, that's why we need to speak up all the time, because it also makes men get aware of us that, oh, we are here and
mm.
we can work as a team as well. So what are some of those challenges, if you can remember, something that you can share with us about how you experienced it, especially working with the guys, things like that? Of course, they are learning, they need to learn, and they are learning nowadays. What are some of those challenges?
Okay, I think I've always felt invisible when it came to working with guys. Like you are just invisible, and then it's like nobody's noticing you. Nobody knows you exist. You are there. So you now have to like the way you've put it. You have to speak up, to say, okay, I am here. I can also do this. I can also be part of your group. I can do it much better than maybe you can also do it. So that thing of trying to be visible to the team is something that I'm still facing actually, because it's like
Me too. Yes.
once they just sit, say, oh, it's a lady who is here, they think okay, there's always that tension. So it's a woman, probably she can't deliver. So it's like you have to scream for them like to notice you are there. Yes.
Wow. Yeah, that is something very common. And sometimes the men, they need to learn. Some of them, they have to learn. Some of them, they've never been exposed to women, things like that. And even in the workplace, it's still happening. But, most of the workplace nowadays, they know that, oh, women are just as vicious as they can make decisions, they can run companies. Most of the companies, tech companies, especially here in the US, there are women actually running as CEOs. So I think men are trying to now understand and say, oh, these are just work buddies. They are just like us and things like that. Wow. So the other question I wanted to ask, Kutemba, me and you, we have finished. Of course, now we are also working. You are in a profession. For how long have you been working?
For this is my 5th month now.
Wow. Wow.
5 months, yes.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, our internet is a little bit lacking, but hopefully it can improve. October takes a little bit while for us to hear her, but let's move on. Yeah. So one of the questions I wanted to ask Temba is what would you say to a girl growing up in rural areas, maybe those that don't have access to some of these resources that obviously kids have for them to pursue science and technology, computers, but they are curious. What would you say to a girl growing up in those areas that they can pursue STEM? What advice can you give them?
I would tell them to say they should, as long as they have that dream in their heart to pursue STEM, they should show up to that dream regardless of where they are. Let the ruler setup not like limit them to say, okay, maybe probably okay. I also didn't have resources, but I had to follow what I wanted to do. So even them, they
Yes.
can still do that. If I told them they want some, if I told they need help, okay, I'm so happy that these days we have people that are coming on board trying to like to bring the girls in and to create that awareness to say they have people that can support them. So if I thought they have that dream, if I thought some of them have that dream, they can speak up. They can probably ask. These days, we have women groups, like women in STEM groups all over the place. So people are trying to reach out to the people in rural areas and whatnot. So if at all the girls feel that they have something, like they really need to pursue something in STEM, let them step forward, step up, step forward. Don't remain behind. Don't think you are limited. The only limit that you have is yourself. If you believe you want to achieve this, you step up, speak out, talk to somebody. Somebody is always willing to help you. Do not let anybody, or do not let your background limit you. Yes. So they have to show up regardless of anything. And they have to believe that they can, no matter what, no matter the limitation of their environment or anything. They don't have to listen to that subconscious language that we have already been fed to say, no, as a woman, you can't do this. You can only focus on this. No, they don't need to focus on that.
Wow. Yeah, that's very
Otherwise,
true.
somebody's always. Mm.
Yes. And in this era, remember, we have internet, we have YouTube, we have TVs, we have phones, and mummies always have phones. When we get mummy's phone, we can always choose to, we can choose to either use that phone productively or use it in another way. Again, for example, on YouTube, YouTube has got a lot of weird things on YouTube. And most kids, they waste time on YouTube watching other different things. It's okay to watch social media stuff, some of them that are interesting, but YouTube is also a very good resource to look at other technical resources that they can look at. They can barely just type in, for example, they can type in Girls for STEM. They'll find us talking about this, encouraging women, inspiring young women. They can type in how planes are made. All that 9 yard is going to come out. They can type in how does a bridge work. All that we never had when we were growing up. So they have this opportunity. They have so many things that they can tap into. But let's say if they don't have internet, because of course if they are living in the remote areas, they don't have internet. This is also when you can ask questions. Find a friend who has a doctor, a mother, especially if you are a mother, expose to your child to people like that. Also, if the kids, they can just ask questions to the teacher, because the teacher are their immediate source of resource, to ask questions, because some of the engineers have come here to explain how they asked their teacher, I want to do this. They ask so many questions, and in that way they can keep learning and learning. And also, I also talk about how, especially on my channel, how you can talk to your kids in the house when you're seated over the table, how to encourage. Okay, for example, watching TV, watching channels, looking at the phone. You can talk to your kids. What other things can they watch? The other things, you can talk about science. Oh, did you hear that there's a robot that's in space? That is trying to capture this and this. There's a big telescope that was sent to space. But again, as a parent, you have to also research so many things. Those that can't read, you can challenge me and say, oh, what am I gonna do since I don't know so many things? And that's why you have to be curious. But at the same time, they don't have to be engineers, mothers. They don't have to be doctors. They don't have to be any of these things. They can just go ahead and start researching something and asking, that way they can have all those information and share with their kids. And that's what we want to do. Thank you so much for sharing that. So the other questions I wanted to say is, I wanted to ask you, so in software engineering, what type of software engineering did you graduate from? Because there are different types of software engineers. Can you share with my viewers?
Okay, so the kind of software engineering that I graduated with was okay. I mostly deal with developing software, so they can be mobile applications, web-based applications, Yes, I can also do database administration. Um, what else? And I can also like be a project manager. So that's the kind of software engineering that I did.
Wow. Guys, she is in STEM, software engineer. Remember, guys, who thought women can be talking technical language as she is talking? And remember, guys, very few women are in STEM, science and technology, and very few women are actually in software engineering. So we celebrate women like Kutemba when they actually graduate from software engineering. It's very, very important that we can share this to people around us. People can see that women are actually pursuing STEM and they are graduating. So, Kutemba, the other question I wanted to ask you: so, what can you say about engineers doing certifications or adding certifications when they actually are working or graduating? Can you talk about that? What is your take about that?
My take about that is that as engineers who are in, especially us who are into technology, it's like we keep on learning and learning and learning because each and every day or each and every month, there's some like probably a new thing that's on the market, probably a new language, a new
Yes.
trend on the market. So you have to keep on learning, relearning, and unlearning. So you have to keep on acquiring those certifications. Learn, find something online, be it free or it's paid up or anything. Check that thing and learn. Do your research. Go with what's currently trending on the market. Look at the languages that are on the market currently and see what you can do about them. Get certified and whatnot, because those certifications really like help us a lot when time comes to like to get a job or anything. And they just enhance our skills because you can't rely on the skills that you graduated with. Probably like our schools, you might find out to say maybe the languages that they use or probably what you learned is even outdated. So you have to like to get to be updated all the time. So you need to acquire as much certifications as you can because it's and learning in this field is ongoing. It doesn't stop. You have to learn each and every day. Yes.
Wow. So you hear it, guys, those engineers, students. And I remember when I was when I was a student, I remember when I could see, because I was really interested in quality engineering. So when I see some of those qualifications people have added, CQA, they've added all these acronyms, right? So
Yeah.
I was so worried. What
Yeah.
are these? Where am I gonna get this? How do people get this? I didn't understand. So we just want to appeal to students who are here listening to this, and just even those that are listening. As you progress in your career, you also need to look out for some of those certifications that you can do. They are very, very
Mm.
important because not only do they help you grow, they also prepare you for the next level in your career, the next thing that you want to do. And especially for software engineer, as she is sharing, it's not, especially engineering, it's not a one, sorry, software engineer, it's not just one time you learn and that's it. I think that's the source of technology. It starts from software engineering. I think that's what I would say, because everything that we are going to do, the next technology, it always stems from software engineering, because are programming new things. We are trying to understand our world properly. How well can we make our life efficiently? And programming is one of the things that's really helping us, and getting organized. I think you can relate to that since you are a software developer. So I think that is one thing that's really, really important. Wow. Thank you so much, Kutemba Kakoma. I really do appreciate you coming to this channel and to spend time with us. So I'll give you few words, few minutes. Take your time. Wow, I think we lost her. We will continue talking. Yeah, so that was Kutemba, guys. She is in STEM and she just graduated from University of Zambia. That's really, really interesting. And she's doing software engineering. So now that we are still talking about software engineering, guys, I would like to talk about one interesting topic, which is, oh, there she is. She's back. So let's wait for her a little bit, guys, so she can come and complete our interview. So, guys, while she's getting ready, yeah, let's continue. So, guys, remember, we've been trying to discuss. Let's bring her up. I think she's ready. Hi, Kutemba, we lost you.
Oh my God. Okay, that was really sad. I thought it was the other way around, so I was wondering just okay, what's happening.
Oh, really? And you finally brought yourself back. That's what women in tech
Yes,
are. They're like, what's going on here? Let me find myself.
exactly.
Yeah, so I was saying to give you the last word. So feel free to say anything about Girls for STEM, about women in STEM, about girls out there that are trying to pursue STEM.
Okay. What I can just say right now is that the journey is never easy and it's never going to be easy. So you have to show up, you have to be strong, you have to show up for what you want to do. Yes. So it's not that maybe probably it's going to be a straightforward road. No, you probably fall at some particular point, but you have to get up, and every time that you fall, you have to get up and remember your goal all the time. The same way I can also say that the same way you can go on YouTube, download a video, and probably learn how to dance. You can also do the same thing for mathematics. You can also do the same thing for physics, and whatever that you want to learn, like the resources are available. If it means getting your mom's phone, your parents' phone, and learn physics or math or maybe biology or anything, you do that. The resources are always available. The internet has resources everywhere, and people are always looking for people, or for girls especially, that are trying to go into STEM. If at all, you can talk to your teacher to probably help you identify a network of women that can like motivate you. You do so. Otherwise, the only limitations that can limit you to major into STEM or to step up into STEM is yourself. Nobody else can do that. You don't need to be smart for you to be in STEM, and you don't need to feel like, okay, I've got this. No, you can feel scared. You can be scared. You can be doubtful. You can be, I don't know, but you just have to be there. You just have to show up, even with fear, even with doubtness, even when you feel like, I don't need to be here. You just have to be there. Yes, that's what I can say. And
Wow.
thank you so much for Girls for STEM. You're doing the most. Continue creating our, because the more you create awareness for women in STEM, the more you are like building their confidence. So, okay, if I told there are already women that are already are successful or are already doing well in this field, probably I can also go into it. So continue like creating that awareness. If I told there's also somebody who is watching, who is into STEM or into advocating for women in STEM, kindly continue doing so. Do not feel like, okay, probably maybe I'm just wasting my time. No, continue providing mentorship for these girls. Continue. Even me, I need to do that now and share probably my journey with somebody who needs it. Yes. So continue doing that. Continue providing mentorship for these young girls, trainings for these young girls. And also, if I thought you are a successful woman in STEM, may you share that story. It might not be a straightforward story, but it can inspire someone out there. So do not be afraid to share that story. If at all you have that power to like model somebody, to inspire somebody, you step up as well as a woman who's already ahead and pull up that next girl, that next woman, so that she can also find herself in this journey, in this path. That's what I can say.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Temba Kakoma. Guys, she's in STEM, and thank you for that advice. And it's true. Let's make this awareness even go to another level. There are women out there who are
Mm,
stumbling, and the reason why this platform is it's because
yeah.
personally I stumbled when I was doing my engineering. And I would
Mm.
like to put those women up, showcase these women like Kutemba Kakoma, software engineer, guys. She graduated and she's working, so you can do it as well. There is nothing too difficult for you. Put your mind to it, as she said, and you can do anything. Thank you so much, Kutemba. I really do appreciate. Hope we can have you again on this channel to come and share more about what's going on in your space. I think we almost lost her. But thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate you guys for coming to this channel. Thank you so much, and ciao, ciao.